Welcome to Athar's Garage. In this video, I'll be working on the Kyosho Ultima RB7.5, steps 21 through 26. So let's get started. In addition to the parts in the bag, I'm also going to be using a 72 tooth spur gear, which is going to be good for spec racing like I do. Part number is UB050-72. So before starting this step, I went ahead and opened up the bag. I cleaned all the bearings and lubricated them. So I would highly recommend doing that because the bearings are grease filled. So just take note of that. I'll put a description on how to clean and lube them. I'll put in the description below, I'll put a link on how I clean and lube my bearings, so y'all can go take that for reference. All right, so we're going to need the motor plate. We're also going to need this half of the gearbox, this piece, and this piece right here. So let's get those off the parts tree and ready. All right, so holding the motor plate in this orientation, we're going to install this piece, little top hat looking thing in here. Then we're going to get this part ready. We're going to install a 5x10x4 bearing. Just like so. So those two pieces are ready. Next, we're going to take a 10x15x4 bearing and install it in the gearbox housing, just like that. And then we're going to need a 3x20 flathead screw. So we're going to install the 3x20 flathead screw in this countersunk hole here. And that is going to go through this rear hole here on UB030. Then it's going to thread in to this hole here. Since this is aluminum, I will clean this hole here. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean all the threads on this motor plate with some brake cleaner, as well as the screw, and I'll apply some blue Loctite. So make sure you have the orientation correct. The holes in this plastic piece should line up with the 4 holes on the motor plate. All right, there we go. That's step 21. Let's go ahead and move on. For step 22, we're going to need the other half of the gearbox right here. We're also going to need this part right here. It's just a little cover. We're also going to need this nut. So let's go ahead and grab that. Also going to need a 5x10x4 bearing, as well as the 10x15x4 bearing, and an M3x8 flathead screw. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and install the 5x10x4 bearing right here. And then we're going to use this cover and it should just pop into place, just like so. Next, we're gonna install the M3x8 flathead screw in this countersunk hole here. And on the outside of the gearbox, we're gonna install this plastic nut, UB030, which was on that parts tree. So that's it for step 22. Let's go ahead and grab our differential gear. So I'll be using the gear diff. So I've had that sitting aside. And we're not going to be using this little gear that came with it. So we're going to go ahead and install this. We're going to go ahead and install that 5x15x4 bearing. So next we're going to go ahead and install the differential gear. We're going to need this black idler gear here. We're going to install the 5x10x4 bearings on each side, just like so. And then we're going to take the idler pin and install it. And then this pin is going to install in the center location here. So we can go ahead and do that. Everything moves nice and free like it should. And then we're going to take our top shaft, which is nicely anodized, and install it in this hole right here. I'm going to go ahead, it says you can use the white grease that came in the kit, the ball diff grease, on the gears, but I'll use some white lithium grease that I have. All right, that'll keep it nice and lubed and quiet. Now we're going to need 3 M3x10 button head screws. So let's go ahead and grab those. We're going to put these two halves together. And the M3x10 screws will install in these three holes, here, here, and here. All right, everything moves nice and free like it should. I basically tightened all the screws and then I backed it off maybe 1/8 to 1/4 turn, and everything is nice and smooth like it should be. Let's go ahead and move on to step 24. We're going to need our 3 long screws. They're M3x35. And we're going to go ahead and clean these with some brake cleaner because they will get some Loctite on there. So these are going to install in these 3 holes here. and they're gonna thread into the motor plate. So we're gonna go ahead and apply some blue Loctite before installing the screws. And just for good measure, I'm gonna put a little bit of blue Loctite on the motor plate threads. Let's go ahead and tighten these down. So this not having a quick access diff is going to be a pain. Everything still moves nice and free like it should. There's no binding. Probably break in a little bit once I run it and get even smoother than it already is. But I just see this, you know, looks like 6 screws already that I'd have to take off to separate the halves just to get to the diff, and that's not including getting it off the chassis. So that is going to be a pain, but you know, I am a Kyosho fan, so I did get this buggy just because of that. Let's go ahead and install our slipper clutch assembly. So we're going to need this little gold color. So that's going to go on first. And it's going to sit kind of inserted just like that. Let's go ahead and get our slipper plates and pads. I'm just going to clean these slipper plates with some brake cleaner to make sure there's no oil or anything on there. These slipper plates look identical. So we're going to go ahead and install the first one. There are some flats machined, so it might take some rotation to get it to sit properly. Let's go ahead and open up our spur gear. The slipper pads have a notch in them and they kind of fit in the spur gear, so just take note of that. That'll hold it in place. So let's go ahead and install this. The spur sits pretty tight on the shaft, so just take note. I'm just going to go ahead and assemble this all together and then slide it on. All right, that first slipper pad is installed correctly, so is the second one. Just got to pay close attention. Next we need UB038. So I think it's going to be off this parts tree here. And it's also giving a number UB042. So let's check the front of the manual and see. Yeah, there's no UB038. UB042 is this parts tree, and I believe it's going to be this piece here and here that we need. All right, so it's a little top hat. We're going to face the smaller diameter towards the threads, and then we can go ahead and install the spring. I'm just going to compress the spring a few times with some pliers. That's what it says to do. But I'm going to tighten down the spring all the way anyway, just because I am in a stock class. Then we're going to face the small diameter towards the spring with the other piece, and then install the 4mm nut. And then I'm just going to tighten down that nut until that spring is fully compressed. That's tightened down and the spring is fully compressed. That's basically going to lock it out. So that's how I would like my car set up. Even though it says approximately 7mm, the length of the spring as the initial setup, but you can set it up as you like. But since I'm going to be running it with a 17.5 in a stock class, I want no slip, so this is how I'll set mine up. So we can see that the slipper plates are sitting flush. I don't see any wobble in them when I spin it, which is good. That means the slipper pads are sitting flush like they should be. So now we can go ahead and install the gearbox onto the chassis. So let's go ahead and grab our chassis. We're going to need 4 M3x10 flathead screws and 2 M3x8 button head screws. And that's what we have left, or should have left. It looks like we have some extras. So let's go ahead and install this onto the chassis. It's going to install like so. The 2 M2x8 button head screws are going to install in these 2 holes here and here, and they're going to go into the rear bulkhead. And then the 4 M3x10 flathead screws are going to install in these 4 holes. All right, there we go. So that's it for step 26. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Let me know down in the comments if you have any tips or tricks that would help out the community. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.